The headline around Qwen N3.7 Max is simple. This is not being pitched as another chat model. It is being pitched as a model for agents. That matters because the most useful test is not asking it to write a poem or answer a benchmark question. The useful test is giving it a real broken app inside a real coding environment with real files, a build, and one annoying bug that still blocks the workflow. So I tested it in OpenEncode on a small document, signing app. The app goal was straightforward. A user uploads a document, draws a signature, sees that signature in the side panel, then places it directly inside the document. It should work across document formats like doc, docs, and PDF. Minimax M.7 had already pushed the app close to working. The signature could be drawn, the document could be loaded. But the important part failed. The drawn canvas was disconnected from the document, so the signature could not be placed where the user wanted it. Before the test, the interface looked like this. The document was visible. The signature area existed, but the flow was broken. The signature was not appearing in the right placement panel in a useful way, and drag or click placement did not actually complete the job. The prompt to Qwen 3.7 Max was deliberately practical. The current web app successfully allows creating a drawn signature, but fails to show it on the right hand side of the document and then drag and drop where I want within the document. Fix it step by step as an expert developer. What I liked immediately was the shape of the response. It did not just edit randomly. It identified the state mismatch, the separate canvas problem, and the missing overlay. Then it made a plan, move signature state into the store, rewrite the document viewer with an overlay, simplify the signature placer, wire the page together, and verify the build. That first pass felt fast and accurate. In this specific task, it felt closer to what I expect from an Opus tier coding agent than from a cheaper model. It found the architectural problem, not only the visible symptom, and it did improve the app. After the first fix, the signature finally appeared on the right side. That was a real improvement. The app moved from the signature exists somewhere to the signature is part of the placement flow, but it was not solved yet. When I clicked inside the document, the signature still did not place correctly. This is where a lot of model demos become misleading. A partial UI improvement can look like a fix in a screenshot, but the actual workflow is still broken if the click target, canvas coordinates scale, or document overlay are wrong. So I sent the second prompt. When I click into the document, the signature is not placed. Why? Fix it as an expert developer would. This is where the story became more interesting. At first it looked like Qwen 3.7 Max was thinking for a very long time. The plan and build cycle appeared to run for 10, 15, then much longer. It looked like a possible speed problem. But the real cause was not model slowness. OpenRouter had run out of credits. The session hit an insufficient credits error. after adding credits and continuing, the model resumed. That is important for the review. The long pause was not evidence that Qwen 3.7 max was too slow. It was a billing interruption, but the billing interruption revealed another issue: cost. After topping up, the continue action consumed a large share of the new credit balance in one go. That is the red flag. A model can be strong, but if deep thinking burns through budget quickly during a build and fix loop, then you need operational discipline before using it as a daily coding agent. So what does the official launch say, and how does it line up with this test? Qwen's own positioning is very clear. Qwen 3.7 Max is designed for the agent era coding, office workflows, multi-agent orchestration, MCP, integrations, and long horizon autonomous execution. The official post highlights a 35-hour kernel optimization run with more than 1,000 tool calls. That is the exact type of claim this test was trying to pressure. Can the model keep track of a real workflow, not just answer a prompt? The benchmark numbers are also strong, but they need careful wording. The Qwen blog reports 2.0 at 69.7 SWE, verified at 80.4 MCP, Atlas at 76.4, and strong results on reasoning and multilingual tasks. BenchLM placed Qwen 3.7 Max near the top of its provisional and verified pages. OpenRouter shows the Qwen 3.7 Max row with a 1 million token context window, a May 21st, 2026 release date, and prices around $2.50 per million input tokens and $7.50 per million output tokens. That combination explains the experience strong enough to feel frontier like in a real coding agent flow, but expensive enough that uncontrolled thinking can hurt. Here is the practical takeaway from this test. First, Qwen 3.7 Max looks like a serious coding agent model. In the first prompt, it diagnosed the right architectural issue that is more valuable than just patching a button handler. Second, it is not magic. The workflow was not fully fixed after the first visible improvement. You still need to verify the actual user action, not only the UI state. Third, the cost side needs monitoring. If you use it through OpenRouter or another paid route, do not let a long reasoning run without checkpoints. Ask for the plan first. Ask it to touch only the files it needs. Run the build locally. Stop after each phase. Measure the tokens. Fourth, for video tests like this, show the environment, show the before state, show the prompt, show the plan, show the partial win, show the failure, show the credit issue. That is much more useful than a clean demo where everything magically works. My verdict is this: Qwen 3.7 Max deserves testing next to the frontier coding models. For the first pass on this app, it felt surprisingly strong, and the model's own agent positioning matches what I saw. But I would not call it a full replacement yet from one run. The unresolved placement bug and the credit burn are both real. The right next test is simple. Run the same issue with a fixed budget, a token log, and the same acceptance criteria across Qwen 3.7, Max, Opus, Gemini, and another strong coding model, the winner is not the model that writes the longest plan. The winner is the model that fixes the app, passes the build, keeps cost predictable, and leaves you with code you can trust.